Okay. Hey everyone. Well, hey Corporal Clegg and Piloto and whoever else is watching, welcome. This is Japan's turn 6. Purchases, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 53, or I'm sorry, 52. And now that I've said that, let me make sure I did this right. Yeah, 52. So the purchases are 5 infantries, 1 tank and 1 artillery, 1 bomber, 1 fighter, and 1 submarine. So 5 infantries, a fighter, a bomber, a sub, an arty, and a tank. And that will use all 52 IPCs. Combat movement. Let's get one raised up here. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, but only 3 of them have dice. So let's start in the Pacific. Get a little more light in here. In the Pacific, the transport in Sea Zone 57 loads up the Midway Invasion Force and now becomes the Wake Island Invasion Force. Okay. Along with both fighters. 1, 2. And then a cruiser from the New Guinea Sea Zone comes up to do an offshore bombardment. The fighter on this carrier will commit to Wake as well. So that's 1, 2, 3. So you just got 1 left. So this is 3 fighters, 1 infantry, 1 armor, and 1 offshore hitting Wake. Yeah. And down here in New Guinea, 1 transport loads up and heads into New Zealand. And that's a quick capture on that one. Is that in frame even? Yeah, it is, just so. So Japan moves up from 44 to 45, and the UK moves down from 27 to 26. Okay. Now to the other side of the world here. Yeah, I'm doing what Corporal Clegg did, and I'm just going to take back Ningxia and Shikong. Nobody moves down, but at least I get those $2 back. 45 becomes 47, and we will lay down a rising sun there and a rising sun here. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 2 more to go. And I kind of split things up here. There were 12 infantry to begin with in India. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. And 3 transports in the Sea Zone. So 1 transport loads up 2 infantries, moves into Sea Zone 32, unloads into French Madagascar, and a battleship comes down to provide offshore for that. And finally, out of India, we have, I'm going to commit 9 infantry, 1 armor, 3 artillery into Persia, and just for giggles, I'm gonna commit a fighter into Persia as well from Burma. Okay, I think that's everything green off the map. So we have 3 fights, three areas in which dice will be rolled. We'll start with French Madagascar. This is 1 offshore and 2 amphib infantries. So let's go to the dice tray here and let's raise it up. I'm not going to put it on the battle board. We've got 1 4 attacker and 2 1 attackers. All misses. So the British get a shot back. A miss as well. So we go to round 2 with no offshore. I'll just use 2 dice for my 2 infantries. And we get a hit. So the British on the shot back. And they get a hit. Okay, so I'll remove 1 Japanese infantry and 1 British infantry and place a control marker. Okay. And now move the British from 26 to 25 and the Japanese from 47 to 48. And we still have 2 more battles. Let's do the battle in Persia next. I got a ton of stuff here. This is like almost an auto kill, but 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 infantries with 3 of them promoted. So 6 1 attackers, 6 2 attackers, and 2 3 attackers. So let's do the 2 3 attackers along with the 6 2 attackers, okay? Just make sure we get that kill. Wow, that, jeez. I got 1 hit out of all that, which is what I needed, but boy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2 attackers, right? 2 3 attack. Good thing I brought the fighter, jeez. Huh. I mean, I could have got a hit with the 1 attackers, but okay, cool. Let's see if the Russians get a shot back. Roll it up. Oh, that doesn't count. Hang on. Sorry if it popped out of the tray there. Okay, here we go. No. So Persia falls to the Japanese, or is recaptured, or however you want to call it. And the British are reduced to 24, and the Japanese move up to 49. Okay, and the final battle, which is the Wake Island fight. That's 4, 5, 3 attackers and 1 1 attacker. So that's 3 fighters, 1 cruiser, and 1 tank, plus 1 infantry. Yeah, okay, so he is dead. The question is, will the Wake Island garrison do a better job than the Midway garrison? Nope. Okay, so we get a control marker. Okay. All right, I'm going to bring this down. We'll do the non-combat moves and get things moving to Britain's turn. Yeah. All right, so what we're going to do here, we'll start in the Pacific, is get down here. carrier in Sea Zone 57 moves into the Wake Island Sea Zone along with the destroyers. 2 fighters will land on that carrier deck there. And of course, a destroyer and a destroyer and carrier come up from the New Guinea Sea Zone. I'm going to make these chips, the destroyers. So we got 3 destroyers in there, 1 cruiser, 1 transport, 2 aircraft carriers, 3 fighters. Okay. I'll get that cleaned up in a minute, and I promise I'll remember the recap this time. Okay, over here, this is where things get kind of weird. Actually, one quick one up here. In Yakut, we will move backwards 1 space. Okay. Okay, next. Oh, I forgot to make sure I remember that. Okay. Over here, I am moving this tank in Burma up into Hupei to reinforce those gents. So we got 3 tanks and an infantry and a fighter in here so far. But we're going to keep moving stuff. This fighter is actually going to go ahead and move to Manchuria. This anti-aircraft gun in French Indo-Thailand moves to Burma. 1 tank and 1 infantry from India moves to Burma. So we're looking like that. 2 transports in Sea Zone 36 will move into Sea Zone 38. Oh, we're getting off screen. Let's rotate it. All right. I'm going to do a shuck with 2 transports in Sea Zone 35, so these will bridge over into India. 2 tanks, 2 infantry. And okay, so there's a few more actually, even though there's some markers. So this aircraft carrier will move into the Sea Zone 38. The aircraft carrier from Sea Zone 35 moves to Sea Zone 38. The destroyer joins the battleship in Sea Zone 32. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Okay, just doing a sanity check. The fighter in Persia flies to Egypt with its 2 remaining points. And the infantry in Egypt moves into Anglo-Egypt, Sudan. Okay. Next, move this, yeah. Over here in Europe, we have 3 fighters, and I'm going to move 2 of them from out of France, and they're going to go 1 into Germany, 2 into Poland, 3 into East Poland, 4 into Belarusia. Okay. So now we are finally done with Japan's turn. And we will now place our builds. Let's get a little more light in here. Okay. Okay, in the East Indies, I will place my submarine. My fighter will go on the aircraft carrier. And 2 infantries will go into East Indies, like that. In Manchuria, I'm going to place my artillery, my armor, and my infantry, like that. And in India, I'll place my remaining 2 infantry and bomber. like that. Oh, I forgot to do one non-com, but it's kind of important. This AnA aircraft gun in India moves to Persia. Okay, and just in time, because now it's time to do the recap. All right, let's start in the Pacific. Actually, I kind of want to freehand this. I'm gonna take it off the tripod and just kind of get down. So in New Zealand, we have 1 infantry. In Sea Zone 42, we have 1 transport. In Sea Zone 52, we have 2 aircraft carriers, 3 fighters, 3 destroyers, a cruiser, and a transport. On Wake Island, we have 1 armor and 1 infantry. In Manchuria, we have a fighter, an armor, an artillery, and an infantry. In Stanovaj-Bret, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 infantry and 1 armor. In Hupei, we have 3 armor and 1 infantry. In Burma, we have 1 armor, 1 infantry, and 1 anti-aircraft gun. In India, we have 1 bomber, 4 infantries, 1 bomber, 4 infantries, and 2 armor. In Sea Zone 35, we have 2 transports. In East Indies, we have 2 infantry, and in Sea Zone 38, we have a sub, an aircraft carrier, a fighter, and 2 transports. In Sea Zone 32, we have a battleship, a destroyer, and a transport. In French Madagascar, we have 1 infantry. In Persia, we have 9 infantry, 3 artillery, 1 armor, and 1 anti-aircraft gun. In Egypt, we have 1 fighter. In Anglo-Egypt, we have 1 infantry. In France, we have 1 fighter. In Belarusia, we have 2 fighters. And we collect 49 IPCs. So that's here. And we didn't save any, so it'll be 49 for next turn, and we are go for Britain turn 6.